Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. If you know you are not yet following me, please kindly click on the follow button and be part of this group. Today I would like to give the part 2 advice of the nulla osta for family reunion ricongiungimento familiare. The first one is you can use the code of your family member. You can add your family's member code in case your own is not complete. What do I mean? It means if you have a family member living with you in the same residence, even if it's your brother living with you in the same residence, and you want to bring your wife, for example, and then you have only 7,000. Last year you worked only 7,000 in your code. They gave you code this year and it's written 7,000. Then you can integrate your code using your brother's code to make it complete because he's your family member and you are living in the same residence. The second one is no idoneità alloggio. Those people that don't need idoneità alloggio are those that have a permesso di soggiorno that is written asilo politico. And then protezione sussidiaria. Those two set of people that have that kind of permit, they don't need an accommodation. They don't need to show an accommodation before they apply for the family reunion request. They don't need an accommodation even if they have kids and wife, even if they have 10 children. The law says they don't need an accommodation. So with their work contract and other requirements, they can just apply for it. Because I've seen that in my presence also. Apart from it being written down according to the law, I've also seen it, someone collecting without alloggio, having that protezione sussidiaria or asilo politico written on the permesso di soggiorno. The next one is for you to marry in the court. Even if you do your traditional marriage or you go to your church and you do your church wedding, make sure you go to the court and be legally married. It's very important because that certificate is so important for you to obtain that visa at the final stage. Because you know the Italian rules, and also in most countries, if you don't have that evidence, which is the court's wedding certificate, it means you are not married. So make sure you get married first. Have the court's wedding certificate before you go apply. Make sure you don't apply for your family reunion request. You don't do your family reunion request before you get married. If not, the embassy will go and do a research, and they will also see that you applied for the ricongiungimento familiare before you got married. It means you were not a married person before you applied. So make sure you marry. Even if you marry today, for example, let's say today is Sunday, and you get married, then you can apply the next day. Don't apply the same day, never. Apply always the next day after you are married or after something is approved. You make sure you apply the next day. The next one will be for you to what? Marry only one wife. According to the Italian law, only one wife. Make sure you are not marrying more than one wife anywhere. So make sure you check the system in your country if you are married to only one person. Before you go ahead, make sure you are married to one wife. In case the embassy send the lawyer for a verification and then finding out that you are married to two people, it becomes a very big problem. So please make sure to check that. The nulla osta, when they issue you the nulla osta, it expires within 6 months. It means when they give that nulla osta to you, you need to immediately take it to the embassy. Within 6 months, make sure you've applied for your visa. Because if you are trying to do other documentations, preparing other documents after they've given the nulla osta to you, if that nulla osta gets expired, then you will not be able to use it again. You have to go back and apply again. Even if it takes you 6 months or 1 year for you to get a new one, you have to go and apply again after that Nula Osta is expired. And also take note, if that visa is denied by the embassy, even if the Nula Osta is still valid, you cannot use it again to apply for your visa. Your wife or your children have to wait for you to go and apply for a fresh Nula Osta, because a Nula Osta used, either a visa issued or a visa denied, is already useless. So take note of this information. Another one is birth certificate. In Nigeria, take note that the Italian embassy in Nigeria accept certificates for those that were born after 1992. Those that were born after 31st December 1992, they are the ones that can produce their original birth certificate. So you take note of this, that if your wife was born before 1992, 15th December, then your wife has to go and do the age declaration at the High Court, and then go to the national population to get an attestation of age. Put them together and follow the procedure. The same thing goes to your parents, because they were born before the 15th of December 1992. The next one here is the DNA. Try to calculate properly, because the DNA also takes time for you to go and do the DNA test of your children in anticipation. For them to go to the embassy, book an appointment with the embassy. The embassy will send you to where they do the DNA test, register, and then they will now send your details to Rome in Italy, for the people in Rome to call you that lives in Italy, for you to come to Rome, book an appointment with them, go to Rome, do your own DNA test, then they put them together and give the result later. So it's so important for you to do things ahead of time, because the Nula Osta expires within 6 months. So I advise you go for your DNA test as early as possible. Consent letter. If your wife is coming along with his or her child that does not belong to you, then it is very important for the person to get a consent letter from the father of that child. For the father to sign that consent letter, go to a court. You have to go to a court for the court to prepare the consent letter for the father to sign. It means the father is giving a go-ahead for you to carry that child out of that country, which is very important for the embassy to see. But if that father is no more alive, then make sure you get the death certificate of that father, so that child will be able to leave the country with you, because the embassy needs that. So you prepare yourself ahead of time. Also the same thing, if the father is the one taking the child and the mother is in the country, a consent letter is needed. Or if the mother is dead, then the death certificate is important to be there. Another one here is the bank statement. I want to give the bank statement advice as early as possible. The bank statement advice for parents. If you are bringing your parents, your mother or your father or both parents, for family reunion, take note to deposit money on a fresh bank account. A fresh bank account, or even Western Union or money transfer. Make sure that money is sent in their name. You send the money yourself from your name to the person's, to your parents' name or to your mother's name. Don't allow the third parties to send the money to them. And don't send the money to a third party, because they want an evidence that you are the one that sent the money, and then your parents receive the money monthly. Do this for 1 year at least. Take note for Nigerians. It's written on their website that if you want to bring your parents for family reunion, you have to send money for at least 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. And that is really crazy. I don't know in your case what's going to happen, but just do it for 1 year, because 5 years for sure is terrible. The law does not say 5 years, but the Italian embassy in Lagos, the Italian consulate in Lagos has made that decision for Nigerians to send money to their parents for 5 years. Take note that if you want to do, you can make sure your account is fresh and no other person is sending money in that account. If not, the Italian embassy will sense that someone else is sending money to her, and that money is from a business, or she is receiving salary, or she is receiving an income from somewhere. So make sure that account is used by only you, sending money to your parents if they are coming for family reunion for 1 year. Or if you are sending Western Union, make sure you send from your name to her name. Very important. What is my advice in case you are denied the visa, even after giving the Italian embassy 1 year of straight account, of you sending at least 50,000 naira monthly for 1 year, and without anybody sending the money, and it's so clear that you are taking care of her? My advice for you is an immigration lawyer. If you are ready for the stress, then just get ready. In case that visa is denied, then an immigration lawyer will sort the case easily. If you need assistance, you send me a message for a very good immigration lawyer. Send me a message and I'll see how to assist you about that case. But that is just the solution, because family reunion visa is better off than a tourist visa. If you want your parents to visit you once in a while, then it's preferable for you to do a family reunion visa for your parents to come and then take the permesso di soggiorno and even go back home and then come back maybe after 6 months, after 1 year, once in a while, instead of you to go and apply for a tourist visa, get denied, and be stressed all over. So take note of this advice and try to look into it and decide what you would like to do. Another one is, if you have no CUD yet, you just started working within a year, then you have no problem. You can use the Modello S3. That is a form you fill also when you want to apply. So you don't need to do it by yourself. You can actually go to the CAF to do it, even if you don't have any CUD. But with the S3 filled by your Datore di Lavoro, that is not a problem. The CAF can take that form and apply for you also, even without a CUD. But take note of the website. I'll be linking the website at the right-hand side of this video. So you will see that the website opens in the morning at 8 a.m. from Monday to Friday. And at 8 p.m. in the evening, the website gets shut down. So you cannot apply before 8 a.m. and you cannot apply using the website after 8 p.m. And then take notes for weekend on Saturday. Only on Saturday, the website is open at 8 a.m. and closes at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So take note of these hours for you not to go and check the status of your file, or for you not to try to apply at that time, because that website is closed at that time. Thank you very much for your attention. Keep on sharing this video to as much that might be in need of this video. Share it on your page, share it on your profile, share it on your timelines for other people that are in need of this information to view this information and to be able to help themselves. Thank you very much for liking my videos. Continue to like my videos. Continue to share my videos. Continue to support me. May God bless you. See you at the very next one. Bye.